once again, we are here in the void. Hopefully someone shows up so I can have someone to chat with, but in the meantime, gonna load me up some Grim Dawn. If anyone's actually watching this, please yell at me if I'm having audio issues or anything else. Or if you want to say hi. Let's see. Desktop. Grim Dawn. Hello, Sigma. Thank you for the audio check. Squish myself down. I got so many sources right now, I have to scroll so far to get all my sources. Thank you, Pipkin. Good confirmation. Trying to have less audio scuff than all previous times. Squish. Lock. OBS window can go over here. Game screen here. So everyone looking forward to Murray poking the poop later? I know I am. Because I have absolutely no involvement, nor am I ever going to. Window position's good enough for me. Stick that over there. Stick that over there. Wonder if Boss Man will look up from his Mechanicus dungeon crawls. Yeah, but I haven't heard of this Jimmy guy until today, so I don't know what his deal is or what the hot goss is going to be. I'll be quite honest up front. If we actually end up getting the sector of VTubers here, that's going to be, as the kids say, cringe as fuck. Yeah, at least payback is Kodos. I like that one there, Pipkin. To this very day, I'm still not happy with my window layouts. Actually, I'm going to swap Discord to be on that monitor, and then OBS to be on that monitor. Swap them around. Yeah, that's a little better. I don't think I'm ever satisfied with any of my layouts either for, like, you know, furniture in my house or programs on my screen. Never satisfied. The TISM always wants to adjust. Trying to think if there's anything off the top of my head I could just ramble on about today. Not really too much going on given it's the weekend. Fall setting in. Probably should rake the leaves tomorrow. Get one last run out before garbage day. Such exciting life I lead. Actually, if it's not raining, I should probably really clear out my gutters too. Here I am waiting for the next wave, and I actually have to initiate it. Like the fool I am. Why is it already the 22nd? Halloween's just around the corner. And it's gonna be November. Fuck, where is the time going? Anyone not named Sigma or Pipkun, feel free to pipe up in chat. Dude, I'm still really, I don't know, I still really want to kind of break the code as far as like what I'm seeing for concurrent viewers and what actually exists. Because YouTube's spaghetti code, man, I can't even attribute anything YouTube does to maliciousness. It's just like incompetence at this point. They don't actually want to pay anyone to do the work. Yeah, see how far I get on this Crucible run. Maybe take a peek at Kirsch's Discord for stream suggestions and see if there's any news articles that have not crossed my attention as of yet. Of course, everything's about Middle East now. Although some of the protests going around the world are kind of interesting, shall we say. By interesting, I mean exceptional with a capital R. Needs more burbs, Angry Sushi says in Discord. I can't remember the last time I had a pet. I don't think I had a pet since I had a cat when I was still a teenager living at home. Because quite frankly, my patience and tolerance for pets just got worse as I got older. And it's just like, nah, I can't be bothered. You know, if I go visit someone and they have like a cat or dog, I'll be like their best friend while I'm visiting. But as far as keeping, like taking care of my own pet, nah, not really my thing. I'll just add to my pet rock collection. That's about it. Oops. I was missing a summon this entire time. Yeah, but having a friend with a pet means there's a good possibility that you're on hook to look after said pet whenever they're out of town. Here's like a little thing. Like, I like my own independence and stuff, so I want to be able to at least have the option to just fuck off and leave and do whatever I want. If I had a pet, I would have to like wrangle either like the local kennel or like find someone to house sit kind of thing, and I just that's not really my thing.
I'm beginning to think you're not taking this seriously.
In hindsight, I probably should have gone straight with a Grim Dawn thumbnail this time around. Unless I have someone actually lined up to chat with, there's not really that much chatting. Mental note to self. Oh, I want the expansion for this game to come out so bad. It's only going to come out next year, though. Boo. Oh well. Better no new expansion. I'd settle for the new patch coming out by the end of this quarter. Give me that nice quality of life upgrades. Alternative to that, the Create Entertainment gets Furthest Frontier to come out of early access and to slap a copy on GOG. Unfortunately, one of the stream previews for Furthest Frontier, Create Entertainment said they're not exactly too enamored with GOG, and it's mostly because of the their user base slash cut versus what they get on Steam. So, hopefully that pans out. I am not a nerd. I am a dork. And my earbud fell out, and where'd it go? There it is. I don't think they convert their stuff to DRM free. I think it's more or less part of the contract in that they. Don't quote me on that. I remember looking it up way back when I first became aware of GOG, and I think that kind of the thing is their contract is that they have to be like, okay, you're willing to put it on our service, and you're allowing us to make the the executable file available and all that jazz. I don't know. Game distribution contracts are horrendously garbage from what I've been able to read over the years and stuff, and I wouldn't wish that business nonsense on my worst enemy. But I can't imagine that the terms of the contract agreement between the developer and either Steam or GOG to be that different between the two services. I can't see it being that different. It's not like, EA Epic Store where they own your soul kind of thing. Well, yeah, so more to cost making those contracts, yeah. But there's this YouTuber I used to watch called Overlord Gaming slash ET. I don't know what the fuck happened to his channels and stuff. I don't know if he got hacked or something, but some fuckery happened not a month or two ago. But his older videos and stuff, he really hammered on things like De Nouveau and like company contracts and stuff like that, and it was very insightful and interesting stuff. And pretty much without fail, it's always like a shit system, especially if you're a small indie, literally small indie company. Please understand, you're usually up shit's creek without a paddle if you're trying to get your game out to like the markets. Yeah, like again, I've been beating this horse like on Proctor Stream and stuff. You have to make your money doing a job that you tolerate, and converting your time to money, and converting that money towards what your real passion is. Why am I down summon? Oh yeah, Barthorn. Yep, people are trying. Yeah, I got reboot by WikiDog again. Let's see. Yeah, much like Proctor, I got like the baseline slur filter on Discord.
All you can muster.
Do, 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 do. Yeah, well, I wish you luck on your endeavor there, board, but I don't know about this market getting started. No, Takadachi, I'm not gonna let you say slurs in my Discord, and I'm really leery about letting you in into mine because I know you're trying. I know you're constantly trying to start shit in Proctor's. And as like Proctor says, it's not our platform. It's like hands are tied. To the end of my days, I'll never understand Takadachi's particular brand of schizophrenia. And I like Ina. But Taco is as bad as Nolan for RTAing, getting banned from discords and communities and chats. I'm like, what's the point? Like, didn't you get that shit out of your system when you were like a teenager? First time on an image board? It's like, come on, you can only say the N word so many times before it kind of loses meaning. I mean, that's the whole point of like modern culture right now. It's like, the N slur, F slur, R slur, and literal Nazis have lost all meaning. No one cares. No one cares other than the Jannies of these services we use, and they're bound to their terms, which sucks. No, if someone puts a phone call to Nolan's parents, that'll be just like the last. Okay, truth be told, given Nolan's history that we all know at this point, I'm surprised his father didn't beat him to death after what happened with his sister. Because I would do. For legal purposes, that was a joke. I don't know. Maybe they breed them differently in Ohio. Not Ohio. Yeah, Ohio. Like I'm getting my states mixed up for where everyone's at. At the end of the day, I really don't follow people too close. Even lol cows. Like I know I live on the farms and on the asylum and stuff. But as far as like lol cows and like specific people and stuff, I just don't care. I kind of like overall like trends and events and like quote unquote like articles and happenings on the farms and whatever our equivalent is on the asylum. That's kind of more my speed. Now, usual Tuesday for Nolan's dad is digging the grave out in the bush just a little bit deeper, deeper, so no one can find the body. Gonna take a quick peek at my analytics because that's what Proctor likes to do. Yeah, but usual for me. Yeah, like I don't know how you would implement like limiters, like like posting limits or something. I don't know. Like just a couple of days ago, I've given up on keeping track of threads. Like a while back, I stopped. I forget at what point, but there came a certain point a few months ago. I stopped keeping track of all the threads on the asylum, and literally a couple of days ago, I just said, "Screw it! I'm not going to keep on top of on any threads. I'll bookmark a few of my favorites just to keep an eye on for new posts, like the smiley one. Anytime BioBreak posts like new gifs or anything, that's about it, kind of thing. And I'll pop into like the Pippa thread whenever she's live." For the sake of that's our live chat for Pippa, and I'll take a peek at the general thread when I'm really fucking bored at this point. But otherwise, I just don't care. Pippa, the Pippa thread is for shitposting, yeah, Pipkin. But me, I kind of like it from time to time too, because someone will make a post saying like, "Oh, Pippa's doing this random stream in the middle of nowhere that I have no notifications for." It's like, well, shit. The thread's good for that there too. And I made the joke in the Black Company thing yesterday, in that we really need like a banner at the top, like an ad banner saying days since last Black Company shenanigans, and always have the counter set to 0. Because everyone and their fucking dog is trying to make a VTuber company. Like, I made the post like a few months ago about the Warhammer musician Stringstorm. Like, he tried to make a Chaos God based VTuber agency for the longest time, and that never went anywhere. And that's especially not going to go anywhere now, since he came out as being, diddler. It's not even a small investment or potential for insane rewards. It's just another flavor of NFTs and crypto at this point. It's all the same shit. It's like it's all these idiots saying like my scam is going to win. It's like, no, it's not. Like, the best quote unquote success story we can have would be Sakana, and Sakana was just like, okay, I wanted to invest in a VTuber company. The guy didn't get back to me, and he was just like spiteful, saying, "Fuck it, I'm just going to do my own." And I'll give Fishman shit, but mad respect for being like, "Fuck it, I can do it myself," kind of thing. No, you can get new. No, Pipgun. I don't think you were around for the Kitsune eye thing, but you can't just randomly change voice actors for these characters just willy nilly, or else you'll have all the unicorns throw a shit fit. Once you make the investment for the character, for art and rigging and all that shit and stuff, you're kind of married to it. Well, it's not even just being a Westerner and stuff. Like we have a lot of schizos too that will notice a change and they'll throw a shit fit. Yeah, they do it in TV shows all the time and stuff. But VTubing is a weird little medium right now, because it's a mixture of a lot of different things, and unfortunately, idol culture is one of them. I don't know. I would even settle for me personally. I would settle for them changing the voice actor if they were just even upfront about it. It's like, look, just come out and say like, the person quit. We still have all this resources sunk into his character. We're opening auditions for a new voice actor for this here character. Go. That's how I would do it. Of course, yeah, if it's early on enough. There ain't no way they're replacing Gura. They have like new Guru Kobo, but as far as replacing the Guru, replacing Sen with someone else, no, that's not gonna happen. Eh. Yeah, I don't know about mimicking Gura's voice. I'm sure there's like a million and one girls who can mimic Gura's voice, but it's a principle of the matter. You don't want to chintz out your audience. It just piss them off the instant they figure it out, and they will figure it out. It's not if, it's when. And as far as the graveyard for good models, I feel like we could probably make a joke around Christmas time. Instead of the land of misfit toys, it'd be like the land of forgotten uh, chubas. Oh no, Pipkin, I'm totally with you. If I were to make my own company, there'd be like zero idle shit. I'd be like, unless you want to. Pretty much, if I were to make an idle, if I not my idle, if I were to make a VTuber company, it would pretty much be free range. Just don't get banned, and that'd be pretty much my own mandate. Do whatever the fuck you want. Don't get banned. I mean, shit. That's what we're doing right now. Pretty much, it's just like we're doing what the fuck we want as PNG tubers, and it's just like just don't get banned off YouTube and Discord, and Twitch and anything else. Yeah, girls slurs and ticks are cute, but she is her own person and stuff. We're not there for like either the. We're not there for the little gremlin on screen. We're there for the little gremlin behind the microphone. Free range vegan VTubers. Nah, I would add a supplementary requirement. You have to be a meat eater because meat is tasty. Truth be told, I have yet to actually meet a vegan who does it for health reasons. It's always for political or ass pats. If I were to come across someone who said like I have Lyme disease, I can't eat meat. That's why I'm a vegetarian. I'm like, okay, you're fine. Everyone else is just for ass pats. I will not eat the meatkin, nor will I thumb its meaty butthole. And I don't care about the emoji mob. Hell, Kershi had her vegetarian arc, and to this day, she gets orgasms from Burger King cheeseburgers. Yeah, screw you, map. Go away. Oh, you missed that arc. Okay. Oh, she has a fat woman laugh. There's no getting around that, and I love her for it. But I'm also for health reasons, so her going back to the gym and getting in shape. I respect that. I'm sure whatever reason Fauna has for being vegan is makes sense to her. I don't care. I don't follow her, so she can do whatever the fuck she wants. I don't care. Anyone can do whatever the fuck they want. I don't care. I do not know the lore on Fauna. Oh, Pipkun, I actually don't consider myself a libertarian. I'm way too lib center to be libertarian. I consider instead of Return to Monkey, I'm all about Max Striner. I got the glasses and mutton chops to prove it. Egoism for the win. Oh, shush bit. Yeah, so she got doxxed by her thesis, or paper, or whatever. Yeah, I can see that happening. Actually, the cherry chick that Proctor was cozying up to the other day, I was gonna send her a copy of my own thesis because she's looking to do a thesis for her biochem and stuff, and I was like, wait a minute, this is a really bad idea. The thing is with like a thesis, no matter what degree it is, like either like an undergrad, master's, or a PhD, your thesis is going to be very hyper specific and really easily searchable on the internet. Hey, I'm proud of my paper. I put a lot of work into that. It actually got published in the middle of nowhere. Actually, it was kind of a bit. It was a bitch. Me and my supervisor had to comb a bunch of archaeological periodicals to find someone who would even take the paper. Eventually, he found one that did. I okay. Here's my opinion on higher education. Me, I only have a bachelor of science with an honors in geology, and doing that honors thesis was real. At the end of the day, it was really a joke and stuff. But I still like doing it just for the experience and say I've done something to that effect and stuff. But yeah, like my opinion to anyone going into academia is just like, look, get C's get degrees, get your degree, and go out and do work. Go out, do work, and make money. Like, yeah, getting a master's or a PhD will get you, a little bit of bonus money and stuff. But at the end of the day, I personally don't consider it worth it just for the headache you have to do to stay in school that much longer to get another set of letters after your name. Yeah, it's just not worth it. Fuck bragging rights. It's called piled high and deeper for a reason. Yeah, board hit the nail on the head. Yeah, the starting bonus of having a master's or a PhD pales into comparison when just putting in the time and you know, getting your raises off the bat, because getting your raises off the bat is a lot more worthwhile. Shit, and all the people I've worked with over the years and stuff, I don't think anyone ever went back to get like their master's or PhD. A couple of them thought about doing it and stuff, but at the end of the day, when push come to shove, they were like, "Nah, I'd rather just work." And like the company would have gone Dutch with them on like you know, giving them material like a project to work on, and footing the bill on some stuff to go upgrade their degree and stuff, but no one ever ended up taking it. Because why would you? Like I did a bunch of in-house training for like different modules for programs, and HR and this and that and stuff, like on the job training and stuff, but like upgrade my honors in geology to a master's of geology. It's like, what's the fucking point? I'm not impressing anyone, and I really don't care about even impressing myself. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna pause because I just saw a chat. I cropped it correctly, and why is it not cropping good still? It's annoying me. Let's see. Chat box YouTube. Chat box YouTube unlock. Right click. Transform. Edit transformation. Why didn't the crop save? Cancel. Edit transformation. Okay, well, I'm going to set the crop to 0. Weird. Right click. Transform. Edit transform. Save and use screen cap for this. Screen cap to save my settings, because I don't trust exporting settings. Quick access. Settings. OBS. Chatbox settings. Save. And lock the element. Security stuff is always going to pay stupid well because no one wants to do it. you notice the average end user. It's like no one wants to enforce that level of shall we say baseline human stupidity.
Is this really the best you could do?
I remember our IT department at the place I used to work at. They would run periodic phishing tests to see if anyone would fall for them, and without fail, every single goddamn time they would run a phishing test on our network and stuff. All the managers, without fail, would fall for it. That was fucking depressing. It's like, come on, you've done this like once a quarter. It's like you should realize what it is by now. Yeah, this one. Surprised they don't have some sort of training material to prevent the next "I love you" virus going around. You think that? You think that? But we can't have nice things anymore. Just thinking back in my mental Rolodex, I think our systems department liked the geology department the most because I think we on average had the youngest crew, so we could usually run tech support on our own computers and stuff, and we only had to call them when they had to do anything that would require administrative credentials to change. Which was kind of nice, but it was also kind of annoying anytime I would want to run like a little free program to make my life easier. It's like, sorry, can't install that. It's like, shit. But of course, it's understandable. We picking on Rie again in the Proctor's Discord. It's like a favorite pastime. God damn it. Oh no, the kicking around Rie is never gonna stop. She makes it too easy. It's like picking on Proctor or Wikidog. They make their buttons like too easy to notice and too easy to push. Shit. No, I will not accept my fate. However, I will keep spamming the goddamn map and inventory because that's where my button is. Oh yes, Wiki Dog saying that he'll ban Kershey. Kershey. The thought. Actually, I consider that ingenious because the thought would have never crossed my mind use that as an ultimatum. Oh shit. Yeah, that thought would have never crossed my mind. And that hit Proctor where it hurt, so it was so funny to see it. Yeah, truth be told, I do love her. I do love her Jannies and them doing it for free and stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't think I could trust anyone to be a Janny for me because the opportunity to go rogue is just always there, and it would always be in the back of my mind of like, it's like someone could really fuck me over if given one iota of power. And the best case scenario is just not let that happen ever. Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, given it's taken my L. Story as old as time. Shit. What am I missing? Hellhound. And the second Briarthorn. I for cooldown. Oh my god, I'm only on wave 126. This is the hardest difficulty after all. What time is it? 6. When is Murray live again? In a few hours. Okay. At the end of the stream, I would raid into Murray, but there's a minimum requirement of subscribers you need to have before you can raid someone. I understand the logic behind it because of bots, but still kind of dumb. Well, we can take a look. Doop 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 doop. Let's see. I think I had this bookmarked somewhere. Where are you? Do 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 do. Streaming. YouTube channel. How to use YouTube Live Redirect. Okay, yeah, so yeah, if you go to support Google, blah blah blah, YouTube and stuff, specifically the ones for the what do we even call raids? YouTube Live Redirects raids. Yeah, at the bottom of the page it says eligibility. This feature is available to creators sending a redirect that have more than 1,000 subscribers and no community guideline strikes. So don't be on their shit list and have 1,000 subscribers. I wonder where I'm sitting at right now for monetization, which I wouldn't do anyway. But I am curious. YouTube Studio. Live chat. Fix you. I know I've seen it before. Where are you? Settings? That's be under studio. I don't have a bunch of VODs to post. What you see is what we got. Okay, channel dashboard. Analytics. Comments, subtitle, copyright, earn. Do, 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 do. Okay, so I'm on the earn page for YouTube. It says eligibility. Need 500 subscribers to be monetized, and you need 3 video uploads in the last 90 days. And also one of the following either and or 3,000 public watch hours, or that can't be right. 3 million short views in the last 90 days. That is ridiculous. But I do remember the YouTube Shorts treadmill was a thing for a good while there. But I can also see that being not worth it long term. Oh my god, it just doesn't end. I guess not worth it. If honestly, if I wanted to make money off of this, which I don't, I would just do what Proctor's doing and just have that buy me coffee link and just call it a day at that point. Because having to give Alphabet like my banking information and all that stuff is like, fuck that noise. I'd rather have my banking information for the one-time transaction to set up the account with like the buy me coffee thing. Like I set up a PayPal like forever ago, but I deactivated it years ago because I never used the damn thing. Fuck. I hate enemies that hit like a truck. Forty more waves to go.
What a bloody display.
Yeah, there are other payment guys other than PayPal. PayPal is like the biggest dick on the field and stuff, but there are other small things. Like I know Josh uses Gumroad, Proctor uses Buy Me Coffee. I mean, shit, if it's good enough for them, it'd be good enough for me, kind of thing, stuff. But there are a lot of startup payment processor things. But at the end of the day, to get yourself set up with them, you still have to give them your banking information to confirm your account, so you can actually get the deposit of funds. Like I looked at the terms and service of the Buy Me Coffee thing, and they only take a 5% cut of the transaction, which is fucking amazing and stuff. But honestly, I don't have enough people watching me, and I know we're all cheap little fucks. Like I'm still surprised that people are giving Proctor money to keep the site going, and that I can kind of justify in that, you know, like Proctor providing like a service by having like, you know, hosting the site kind of thing. So that I can see. But as far as like our level of streaming content and stuff, it'd be like, nah. This is not a money making vehicle. This is a hobby. This is a hobby. I'm doing this for funsies, and that's all it's ever going to be, and it's all it should be, honestly. Yeah, like when I first set up my Stream Elements account, I kind of just I skipped past the splash screen to set up the their thing. I don't know if Stream Elements is its own thing, like Buy Me Coffee or something. I'd have to look into that. and stuff. But if they were 1%, that'd be fine. But if I were to hypothetically, if I were to set up the Stream Elements payment thing, I would still probably set up the coffee thing too, just to have redundancy for. And if people have a problem using one or the other, I don't care. Because honestly, 1% versus 5% of like a dollar is not gonna make me lose sleep at the end of the day. Actually, I'm really curious now. Stream Elements cut. Stream Elements revenue. Get opportunities. Checking out our sponsorship program. Now I want the revenue page. Earn money from tips. Let's see. Earn money from tips. Okay, yeah. So just looking at their page, one thing on my shit list already is that Stream Elements doesn't have their own payment processing service. The Stream Elements is via PayPal, so you need to have a PayPal set up to interface with Stream Elements. So that there for me is just out the window because I don't want to deal with PayPal. Although I am curious to see where to find details of this payment provider. Yeah, it says here payment providers, but the only option they're giving you is PayPal. Yeah, I was never. I only used PayPal for a few years for a couple transactions, and I was just like, no, I don't want to maintain this, and then I closed it. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of options here of how to actually set it up. I'm not. Maybe under help they might have an FAQ on it. Help is not bringing up a new web page. Okay. Oh, learn more. Let's see. Stream Elements dashboard tipping fees. Stream Element Pay is Stream Elements payment gateway, allowing you to accept tips from various payment methods without revealing any personal information to the tipper, and withdraw straight from your bank account while paying minimal fees. It works alongside PayPal, giving viewers more options when tipping. Okay, so if I could probably just screen share this. Let's see. Firefox, where is the Firefox? Okay, yeah. So, on debit or credit cards, settlement time 1 to 3 days, processing fee of 2.8% with a fixed transaction at 28 cents. Or, I don't know if that's in cents or dollars. If that's in dollars, then that's 28 cents, which would make sense. Yeah, I don't think that'd be a fraction of a penny, so it's probably 28 cents. Let's see, Klarna, GyroPay, Pay Safecard, Ideal, EPS, Dot Pay. Withdrawal fee is 50 cents. And Okay, yeah, here's the rub so far. So, Stream Element Pay is available just for streamers with more than 100 followers with a bank account in one of the following countries. Hey, guess what? I'm not. Guess what? I'm not eligible for Stream Elements because I'm in Canada. Canada's not here. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. I am not eligible for Stream Elements. Huh. I wonder what the story is behind that one. Because you got the UK and the United States. That makes sense, but no Canada, no Australia. Huh. Ain't that a kicker? And of course, PayPal and fuck PayPal. Because, they got like their. Yeah, it's looking like 3% or 3% fees. Huh. I'm kind of curious looking more at the coffee one now. Let's see. Knowledge base, buy me a coffee. I've been trying not to be a leaf since the day I was born. Let's see. You can buy me a coffee. Stream alerts. Back to their page. Link on your YouTube. I kind of want the meat and potatoes. Payments getting paid. Actually, this might be important. Okay, yeah, I know Canada's on the Stripe system, so good. Okay, so that's good. Getting paid. Fee might be a thing to search. Fee from earning. Calculate charges on the payment. Okay, yeah. Okay, so like their sales pitch I saw on their splash screen for buy me coffee was like 5%. So 5% transaction fee. Okay, so yeah, here's where here's where it starts to add up. So, Buy Me a Coffee has a 5% transaction fee, and then on top of that, they'll add on the 3% plus whatever uh, Stripe Stripe payment fee. Yeah, so 5% goes to coffee, whatever goes to the actual transaction. Stripe, like the Stripe fee. Eh, I like numbers. I like figuring out how systems work. But this would be just another headache to add to my taxes. Have to claim and then sort all that shit out. It's like fuck that noise. Yeah, okay, enough of that. Firefox. Hide. Murray's live in an hour and a half. I can do math. Yeah. I know it's kind of. I'm kind of glad you brought this up because I would have never known that Stream Elements doesn't talk with Canada. That is really interesting. Huh. Yeah. Well, one less temptation. Yeah, pause yet again for Tums. Glorious, glorious calcium carbonate. Oh. Uh, 30 more waves after this. Then I don't have to look at Crucible ever again. Well, okay. I parsed what you typed there about Stripe. Stripe is not it's not like PayPal or anything. It's literally the system. It's the process system. You got Stripe, and I forget what the other one is for like like the East. But yeah, like those are like the major transaction systems. Like if you're not part of those systems, you're kind of shit out of luck. So even a small indie PayPal equivalent Buy Me Coffee has to deal with the major systems, and there's no getting around that. Like even PayPal is not a major system. It's still subservient to Stripe and whatever the other one is. I'm sure Proctor's friend Alex could probably explain it better, but I understand enough. I get the gist. And the gist is we don't have really many options. With the way things are going right now, who fucking knows? No, you didn't miss too much. We were talking about the stream elements and buy me coffee transaction fee cuts mostly and stuff. And apparently, the stream elements donation thing is not eligible in Canada, which was weird. So hypothetically, at this point, I probably just have to be like Proctor and just go with the buy me coffee link, if I were to. Yeah, it's kind of weird because pretty much, like the list of countries that are eligible for Stream Elements donations is kind of weird because it's a really small list. It was kind of interesting to see. But at the end of the day, the transaction fees worked out to be the same, so who cares, honestly? They're going to get you, no matter what service you use. They're going to get their pound of flesh. Oh, God damn it. Shit. I don't think burgers let anyone really sit at their table, if we're being honest. God damn it. These guys are hitting like trucks. Hellhound. Ignore you properly, yeah. Well, it's kind of funny seeing seeing. It is funny to see all the equipment and funds being funneled from Ukraine to Israel now with current events and stuff. I find that hilarious, and Zelensky, throwing a little shit fit. It was to be expected because gravy train doesn't last forever. And like the war fatigue in Ukraine for burgers fronting the bill was already starting to wear a little thin, and now the second front opened up and with your guys' greatest ally. So of course it was going to pan out. How else it was going to do anything else? God damn hellhound, stop dying. Saudi Arabia is less greatest ally and more designated gas station, which translates to greatest ally for America. Oh fuck. I don't know if we could just convert the entirety of the Middle East into one giant long Bucky's. I think everyone would be better off. Actually, I think I read an article this morning. Apparently, they want to restock the the emergency reserve with like $79 per barrel oil. And it's just like, wait a minute, what did you what did you draw it out? It's like, oh, okay. The Bucky's versus Sheets thing. Like, Canada has neither of them, so I'm not particularly married to those gas station brands. I'm not into petroleum, but I do acknowledge the fact of bringing back the domestic market would be a better thing. But of course, they don't want to. So it's like, you know how it is. Hell, I'd settle for the. I'd settle for your guys, this federal government to allow the Canadian pipeline to go through. That'd be nice. Ah, shit, I died. Yeah, fuck it. I'm getting bored. Getting bored. Grimnon. Do do do. Move that here. Do do do. Yeah, I'm with you on that there because like I went through like the '80s offshore the fish stock collapse of the '80s and stuff, and that was from all offshore fishing and stuff. It's kind of the same deal with them drilling for petroleum off your guys' shores. The pipeline project has always been one giant shit show and stuff, and honestly, who knows if it's ever gonna go through. Oh, I don't care about showing my list. See what's going on for my notifications. Yes, I can crack an egg. Pippa. I agree, Sleepy. Reality is confusing. Well, your guys' emergency reserves are pretty much dry, and they want to restock it like damn near $80 oil. So, of course, they're going to eventually crack and allow you guys to siphon our cheap shale oil. That way, get done if Warren Buffett dies. Yeah, yeah, like the big shots, like Soros gets all the memes, but Warren Buffett's a pain in the ass for a different reason. And then you got like Larry Fink over at BlackRock and all that shit. But who knows if the guys that are coming up after them are going to be any better? I don't know. I'm a mining geologist, so I say just strip mine everything. Same goes for petroleum. There's enough petroleum for like another century, easy. Wow. Okay, quote unquote easy oil has been found, but like you can still comfortably with modern extraction techniques to go for another century of hydrocarbons. I have no problem with fracking. The environmental hubbub over fracking is kind of the same deal as like 3 Mile Island. It's like, yeah, something happened, but it's kind of more of a PR thing. It's like functionally, it's not that bad. It's overplayed for how bad it is, and that sucks. But the PR behind it is kind of like there's no way you're gonna dress it up to look pretty. It's like it's not that big of a deal, but that's not what people want to hear. Ugh. That's horrifying. I'm playing with fire, going through tags. Oh, yeah. What's going on with the news? Oh, looks like another hospital is going to be bombed. Hooray. Oh, not just a hospital. Al Arabiya reports that the Red Crescent is saying that the IDF has asked 25 hospitals to be evacuated. Holy fucking shit! Things are going sideways in a hurry. Oof. More airstrikes in Gaza. Should probably rescale myself. Where is my avatar? Avatar. Where's my avatar? Avatar. Whoop. Oh, what's going on, Clown World? Yeah, fuck his shit up. Get him, Wagey. Get him. Where is this? CBS. Hey, there you go. Fucking not putting up with his shit. Where the fuck was he even trying to steal? Okay. I just love how like these protests are like all these protests without fail is death to Israel, praise communism, and praise Muhammad. It's just fucking wild. It's like they're not even like even the rabble even the dedicated rabble rousers aren't hiding it anymore. Speaker at the anti-Israeli Israel protest in Stockholm accused Swedish PM Ulf Kristersson of kidnapping Muslim children in Sweden. He says the PM shouldn't accuse Hamas of kidnapping 20 Israeli kids when his own social services have kidnapped thousands of kids. The crowd cheers. Well, I'm assuming it's because child protection services were called because you're a bunch of goat fuckers. And that's why you got CPS called on you and got your kids taken away. Stop raping at the train stations, and maybe you get to keep your kids. But what do I know? I will never vote Biden. Michigan Muslims betrayed by blank check backing of Israel. I haven't read Zero Hedge in like a day. I think their RSS feed is having a hiccup again. I'll look at the website after I get caught up in my feed. I really wish they would I really wish Zero Hedge would maintain their RSS feed a little bit better, so it wouldn't have hiccups once every couple of weeks. Do 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 do. Ooh, Rudy has a new video. Should probably save and watch that later. Do do do. Copy link. Open up my downloader. Paste my link. Alright, carrying on. Do to do. Protests in England. IDF strike at a refugee camp. Why are we not surprised? Oh, God. What the fuck is with people? U.S. State Department says those who want to leave Lebanon should do so now due to the unpredictable security situation. I think I saw a post earlier that the people on the Ford got served surf and turf, which they only do on holidays or when shit's about to hit the fan. So tomorrow's gonna be interesting, or tonight, or however the fucking time zones work out to be. Do, do, do. Airstrikes. Okay, this is funny. A Palestinian man celebrates on the streets of Gaza as Hamas fires rockets over his head towards Israel. Soon after, he posts a video of himself crying in a hospital after an Israeli airstrike. And it's like, well, it cuts both ways there, bud. It's like, yeah, fuck those guys. Like, you don't think I'm gonna not throw shit back at you? Do, 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 do. An Indonesian hospital in Gaza says it'll have to halt surgeries if it doesn't get more fuel. My question is, why is there Indonesians there? Statistics. I love you, clown world. Never change. I'm gonna flip around my screens. You can come over here. OBS can go over there. Yeah, of course, the Chinese agrees to continue flow of aid. He wants his bucks. Night board. Have a good one. Yeah, just going back to that Indonesian hospital one. That there is just like, why? Why is that there? Things that make you go, hmm. Money laundering, no fucking shit. Libs of TikTok. Fucking U.S. soldiers dressed as Dairy Queens. Oh, I can't wait for Clown World to self implode. It's already happening, but oh man, just accelerate. I believe in the acceleration meme. Meteor 2024, let's go. Man with Shada flag was shouting, Lana Allah, Alahud, means that may Allah's curses be upon the Jews. But it's okay. Metropolitan Police has specialist officers with knowledge of flags, and they weren't waving ISIS flags. Oh god, fucking joke. Oh yeah, that mail depot and you and got blown up by a Russian missile strike. Fucking yeah. Even if all the attention is turning to the Middle East right now, that their clusterfuck's still going on. God damn. That's a very good question, Vizgard24. How do so many people living in Western countries own a Palestinian flag? Do they simply have one at home, ready to take out when there is a protest or rally, or do they buy them from someone at a rally or protest, or are they distributed by organizers? And you also have to ask the question: this is like a very old one. Why are there always pallets of bricks laying around? Why are they there? Don't ask questions. The director of Lebanon's Middle East Airlines said it has transferred 13 of its planes to Cyprus and Jordan amid concerns over escalation in the war and possible strikes on the Beirut airport. Because, of course, there's that relief convoy. Whether or not there are guns underneath the pallets, we don't talk about that. Norwegian student who went viral because her poster calling for keep the world clean gives an interview. Oh, I remember seeing this chick earlier. Yeah. Uh, that's a rabbit hole I don't want to deal with. So fucking stupid. More Trump and Biden shit. It's also tiring. Okay, this is where I last left off. Was the Egypt getting its border check rocked by a quote unquote misfire from Israeli tanks? That is a very good metaphor. Do 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 do. Flashbang. Zero Hedge. I really wish you would have a dark mode. Ground Clash. Chappelle. The actual articles I want to read from those Twitter posts from the Zero Hedge account. The snake and the porcupine are both Schrodinger's snake and Schrodinger's porcupine. Both sides of the conflict are both at the same time, and as usual, don't ask questions. I look more than that food stamp one. Fuji's rapper who helped launder millions. Oh, I remember that one. See how that's turning out. Oh, I'm railroading that one. Do 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 do. I'm trying to remember what was the last article I read. I got caught up. I think that might be it. Yeah, this is where I got caught up. Okay, Jon Stewart splits with Apple over creative differences after refusing to bend over on China. Third season of Jon Stewart's The Problem with Jon Stewart was weeks away from taping when staffers learned that production had been halted over creative differences. Funny. Can't imagine what those would be. Those differences were reportedly over Stewart's intended roster of guests and topics, which would include artificial intelligence in China. According to Hollywood Reporter, Apple directly approached Stewart and told him that he needed to be aligned with the company's views on the aforementioned topics. Stewart essentially told Apple to go fuck themselves and decided instead to walk. The New York Times reported that Stewart informed the staff Thursday that Apple pushed back on topics relating to China and artificial intelligence. Production on season 3 was already underway, with filming poised to begin shortly. Sources tell. What was the initial reporting thing? Yeah, I forget. The Hollywood Reporter. Sources tell the Hollywood Reporter that there have been tensions between Apple and Stewart ahead of the show's third season return over topics featured on the problem. Those same sources note that Apple approached Stewart and informed the host that both sides needed to be aligned regarding topics of the show. Stewart, sources say, balked at the idea of being hamstrung by Apple, which threatened to cancel the series. Stewart, sources say, wanted to have full creative control of the series after Apple threatened to cancel the series, told the tech company they was walking away from the show rather than have his hands tied, says the Hollywood Reporter. None of the reporting details what exactly Apple's problem was with the AI or China topics, but Apple does rely on the CPP to let sleep deprived children make all their wonderful toys. So there's that. Never change their hedge. Never change. Well, yeah, yeah, John Stewart's kind of the same thing. Like I read an article earlier about. Well, we're going to be coming up on the Bill Maher one. Let's just jump right to that one. Yeah, like I've always had beef with John Stewart and Bill Maher because like they're both like Hollywood cucks, and they're propagandists for the powers that be for Hollyweird and stuff. But like Bill Maher, he's pivoted to what the current meta is right now, and the writing on the wall is that the conservatives are the ones with the money. Because just look at Tucker Carlson and how he's doing gangbusters, doing his own thing and stuff. And of course, Bill Maher is kind of just like, well, shit. And he's changing his tune on a lot of this stuff. But he was one of the cheerleaders in the lead up to all this shit and stuff. And he's kind of just like, no, I never said any of that shit. It's like, well, fuck you. The chickens are coming home to roost. It's like, you made your bed and lie in it, you fucking sack of shit. Let's see. Don't go to college. Bill Maher compares universities in North Korean re-education camp. Bill Maher just told young Americans skip college because it just makes you stupid. And the elite schools are similar to a North Korean re-education camp, and they're racist towards Asians and don't teach accurate history. Yes. And why are they like that there, Bill? Why are they like that? Fucking asshole. So, sadly, he's got enough money and clout that he won't see consequences to his previous statements. Yeah, that's the kicker. Doesn't mean I can't get mad over it because he's a fucking shitbag. Yeah, Taco. It's like, how do you do, fellow conservatives? It's the same thing with what's his name? The fat chink guy. Like Ian Chong. It's the same thing as Ian Chong. Like he was a hardcore liberal until it became popular to be like, no, I'm actually conservative. I was conservative the whole time. Herper derper derper derp. It's like, fuck you, you grifting piece of shit. Yeah, he did kill a dog. I remember that. Fucking God, I hate all these grifting assholes because that's all it is. It's a fucking grift. Let's see. If ignorance is a disease, Harvard, Yale is Wuhan wet market, said Bill Maher. As naively graduate who knows the value of liberal education, I have one piece of advice for young America. Don't go to college, and if you absolutely have to go, don't go to elite college because, as recent events have shown, that makes you stupid. There are few, if any, positives to come out of what happened in Israel, but one of them is opening America's eyes to how higher education has become indoctrination to steal bad ideas, among them the simplistic notion that the world is a binary place where everyone is either an oppressor or oppressed. In that case, Israel, oppressors being babies and boobs, bubbies. I don't know what the fuck that is. The same students will tell you that words are violence and silence is violence, and that we're very supportive when Hamas terrorists went on a rape and murder rampage worthy of the Vikings. They knew where to point the fingers at the murdered, and then it was off to ethics class. Mayer continues. Now I recognize a certain amount of foolishness is expected of college kids, but mixing Jägermeister and tomato juice isn't the same as siding with terrorists. 34 student groups at Harvard signed a letter that said the apartheid regime is the only one to blame, proving they don't know what constitutes apartheid. They don't know much of anything, actually, but it doesn't deter them from having an opinion. They've convinced themselves that Israel is the most repressed regime in history because they have no knowledge of history or even desire to know it. And actual history doesn't come up at their intersectionality, politics, and genderqueer identities classes. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I got out of the system before this year. This year shit was just starting when I was getting out of university, and I'm kind of glad I timed it out in the way it did. Uh, let's see, where was I? Now, to be fair, at least 5 of the student groups have resigned what they signed, saying they didn't read the letter closely, and they promised not to make that mistake again. Bull fucking shit. They knew what they were signing. They're sorry they got caught. Fucking assholes. Okay, after they graduate and start running the world, I actually believe them that they didn't read the letter closely. I think they scanned it, saw it was blaming Israel, and went back to surfing TikTok because college life today is a day spot compared with North Korea to an with a North Korean re-education camp. It's a daycare center with a meal plan, except the toddlers can fire the adults. The fact that the college presidents who usually love to speak about anything couldn't find their voice to condemn the worst attack on Jews since the Holocaust, and it says a lot about who really controls the colleges and why. If ignorance is a disease, Harvard is the Wuhan wet market, and according to Mayor, elite institutions are the mouth of the river which all manner of radical left illiberal nonsense flows, supporting all black, that is, segregated dorms, segregated graduation ceremonies, and orientation programs, which occur on hundreds of campuses, is illiberal. So is the racism against Asian applicants and chasing speakers off campus. Yeah, but this is shit we've been seeing for like the last like decade at this point and stuff, and none of this is really start running the world. Yeah, good luck with that. The only thing they're going to be running is the slag heap of irradiated glass, because that's where we're going right now. Civilians killed after Israel again bombs Damascus and Aleppo international airports. Early Sunday morning, Israeli fighter jets have again targeted Syria's 2 international airports of Aleppo and Damascus in their third such attack from Israel in 10 days. Both the airports have once again knocked out of commission, with one civilian worker killed and another wounded during the strikes in Damascus International Airport. Syrian state-run Sana confirmed that at about 5:25 a.m. on Sunday, Israeli enemies simultaneously carried out an aerial act of aggression with waves of missiles from directions of the Mediterranean Sea west of Latakia, from the direction occupied by Syrian Golan, targeting Damascus and Aleppo international airports, according to military sources. The statement added the aggression led to the martyrdom of a civilian worker at Damascus airport, the injury of another worker, in addition to causing material damage to the runways of both airports, putting them out of service. Excuse me. The damage to the runways of both airports was significant enough to halt all inbound and outbound flights. Some were diverted to the regional commercial airport at Latakia. Runways are expected to remain unusable for at least 2 days. The pattern of late has been as soon as they are repaired, they are attacked again. Yes, it's almost like an active war zone. Good luck keeping them open. Earlier this month, following the October 7th Hamas attack in southern Israeli settlements and music festival, Israel had first attacked Syria's airports. The day before, Iran's foreign minister was expected to arrive in Damascus. This was seen as a message ultimately aimed at Hezbollah and Iran. But the Western press has been silent, while Israel's military, without warning or provocation, mounts brazen acts of military aggression against Syrian civilian infrastructure. It's almost as like there's no good guys and no bad guys, in that everyone's assholes. Everyone involved are assholes. Funny that. There have been sporadic fighting along Israel's northern border with Lebanon as Israel continues to bolster forces there ahead of a possible full-scale war with Hezbollah. Fears are growing that, given Iran's closeness with the Lebanese paramilitary group, this would be likened to a chance of war between Iran and Israel, likely also involving Syria. No shit. Okay, this one looks fun. University of California professor threatens pro-Israel journalists and their families. Sounds like a stable individual. The University of California, Davis is embroiled in controversy, always, involving one of its faculty threatening Zionist journalists in a violent raid on X, formerly Twitter. University of California Davis professor and undergraduate advisor Gemma De Cristo posted the screed on October 10th, referencing the homes and family of those who support Israel as possible targets. The university is investigating the matter, but De Cristo's embrace of violence is nothing new for faculty around the country. For years, faculty members have engaged in violent rhetoric directed towards conservatives and Republicans with little response from universities. De Cristo wrote, "One group of people we have... Oh, God. Fucking ebonics. One group of people we have easy access to in the U.S. is all of these Zionist journalists who spread propaganda and misinformation. They have houses with addresses, kids in school. They can fear their bosses, but they should fear us more." Praise it, sister. At the bottom, you can see a knife emoji, an axe emoji, and 3 red drops of blood after saying they should fear us more. Savage. Yeah, honestly, all universities are the same at this point, whether it's Ivy League or colleges, whatnot. It's all the same shit at this point. They're all compromised. Just burn the whole system down and start over. That strikes me as rather direct and obvious threat. De Cristo is an assistant professor of American Studies at the public school with a focus on the interplay between sound, race, gender, and embodiment, which means it's fucking useless. In a statement, the UC Davis spokesperson said campus leaders reject all forms of violence and discrimination as they are antithetical to the values of our university. We strive to foster a climate of equity, I fucking hate that word, and justice built on mutual understanding and respect for all members of the community. The University of California system has a long history of violence and violent rhetoric up from the left. Yep. The University of California, Santa Barbara, Feminist Studies Associate Professor Muriel Miller-Young physically assaulted pro-life advocates and tore down the display. She pleaded guilty to criminal assault, but the university refused to fire her. Instead, some faculty and students defended her, including claiming the pro-life display constituted terrorism. Yeah, and actually committing acts of terrorism doesn't constitute terrorism. Funny how that works nowadays. University of Oregon later honored Miller-Young as a model for women advocates. Let's see. If she's cool with killing, for her point of view, we should ship her off to the war zone so she talks about it so much. Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of like it's like, yeah, I'm all for gay rights and stuff. Okay. Go have a pride parade in the middle of Saudi Arabia. Come back and tell me how that pans out for you. Let's see. Around the country, faculty routinely use violent rhetoric with little pushback from the media or campus. We have discussed professors advocating detonating white people, denouncing police, calling for Republicans to suffer, strangling police officers, celebrating the death of conservatives, calling for the killing of Trump supporters, supporting the murder of conservative protesters, and other outrageous statements. We've seen all this over years at this point. Fuck, it's all so fucking tiring. God. Just have a real war and just clean house at this point. University of Rhode Island professor Eric Loomis defended the murder of a conservative protester, said he saw nothing wrong with such acts of violence. One of the most recent violent professors was Hunter College professor Shalini Rodriguez, who was only fired after being arrested for holding a machete to the neck of a New York Post reporter and threatening to chop you up. Yet she was not fired after she destroyed the pro-life display of a group of students. Since the machete attack, Rodriguez has now been hired by Cooper Union to teach the students. These faculty members have long been part of the radical chic of academia, including professor recently at Cornell expressing his exhilaration at watching Hamas attack on Israel. The response to conservatives accused of racist or insensitive comments have been quite different. We discussed how St. Joseph's University refused to renew a contract with a professor who actually prevailed in such a free speech fight. A conservative North Carolina professor faced call for termination over controversial tweets and was pushed to retire. Dr. Mike Adams, a professor of sociology and criminology, had long been a lightning rod of controversy. In 2014, we discussed his prevailing in a lawsuit that alleged discrimination due to his conservative views. I actually remember this when it happened at the time. He was then targeted again after an inflammatory tweet calling North Carolina a slave state. This led to his pressure to resign with a settlement. He then committed suicide just days after his last day as professor. For years, conservative and Republican faculty and students have been subjected to such violent acts or rhetoric with little support from most faculty or in the media. Indeed, figures like Jennifer Rubin and Lawrence Tribe recently came under fire for their comments after the massacre, despite years of such attacks and false claims directed at the right. Universities are now facing pressure from donors to address such violent rhetoric. I continue to oppose any form of censorship for faculty or students, as you should. However, the real problem is the academic echo chamber creating from decades of bias in hiring and promotion that is unlikely to change the lack of viewpoints of diversity on faculties or the purging of conservatives or libertarian professors. There is no evidence that the universities are prepared to take real action and address the hostile environment on many of our campuses in espousing dissenting views or values. Yeah, suicide of 2 bullets to the back of the head. Gonna mute myself and blow my nose because I'm getting a little stuffy. I hate the temperature change. I'm a little bitch when it comes to the temperature swings. Let's see. Hamas and IDF ground forces clash for first time. Yeah, business as usual. I'm not going to read this. I'm just going to skim. What is? Okay, yeah, this here caught my attention. So, fan tells Dave Chappelle to shut up, comedian blast Israel, sparking walkout, report says. Dave Chappelle sparked a walkout during a show in Boston. Of course it's fucking Boston. Hey, Kershey, your hometown doesn't like Chappelle. Makes you think. In Boston, after criticizing Israel's bombardment of Gaza and accused the U.S. of aiding in the slaughter of civilians, according to the Wall Street Journal. Fuck the Wall Street Journal. Citing people in attendance, Chappelle's cell phone-free performance was at the TD Garden Arena in downtown Boston on Thursday evening, according to Ticketmaster's website. The People says Chappelle criticized Hamas for the October 7 attack, but also denounced the Israeli government's bombing of Gaza, as well as the U.S.'s support of the war effort. Here's a moment of the brouhaha started between Chappelle and the audience members. The comments came up when Chappelle said he didn't think students should lose their job offers for supporting the Palestinians. An audience member command for the comedian to shut up drew an emotional response from Chappelle, who criticized the Israeli government for cutting off water and other essentials to Gaza and accused it of killing innocent people, according to the attendees. Some of the audience members cheered Chappelle and shouted "Free Palestine," while others yelled, "What about Hamas?" The attendant said. Some of the crowd got up and left. Towards the conclusion of the show, he said the Israeli police and the Hamas attacks that 2 wrongs don't make a right. People said, well, no shit. It's like I said before, like this is just an entire conflict of assholes. That's all it ever is, ever was, and ever will be. Proof that Chappelle happened. And Wall Street Journal's reporting is correct. This shows how the Israeli-Palestinian conflict has accelerated polarization across the U.S. Oh, we're on a fucking rocket as far as polarization goes. This is nothing new, but it's kind of interesting to see. Because, Chappelle comes up in the news every once in a while because he's always pissing off someone from one of his shows. Water. Glorious, delicious water. Okay, this one looks fun. I will never vote Biden. Michigan Muslims betrayed. Betrayed! Betrayed me! By blank check backing of Israel. President Biden's overwhelmingly pro-Israel response to this month's major escalation of violence between Palestinians and Israel has the approval of many Americans, but it could well cost him 15 electoral votes in the crucial swing state of Michigan and, by extension, his presidency. The Muslim Democratic Party leaders in the state tell the NBC News that their demographic, which may have put Biden over the top in 2020, may well abandon him in 2024. Joe Biden has single-handedly alienated almost every Arab American and Muslim American voter in Michigan. The Democratic State Representative Elabas Farhat. It's a Farhat. Who represents Dearborn. Fuck these names. And one of the largest Muslim populations in America. Among Farhat's constituents are people, relatives trapped in Gaza, as Israel rains bombs on the territory and deprives its inhabitants of food, water, electricity, and medicine. The Palestinian Health Ministry says that more than 4,000 have died in Gaza under the Israeli bombardment. Hamas said it to have killed upward of 1,400 in Israel in this October 7th attack. Yeah, it's not long. Farhat's constituents condemned Biden for failing to call for a ceasefire while also seeking billions of dollars in weapons for Israel as it devastates Gaza City and prepares for a ground attack. When the UN resolution was advanced calling for a pause in hostilities, Biden's UN ambassador killed it. They're also disappointed in Biden's failure to do anything to secure the exit of American citizens stuck in Gaza. Our family members trapped in Gaza have been ignored. Our calls for a ceasefire drowned out by the drums of war and racist media coverage that dismisses the massacre entire Palestinian families as collateral damage, tweeted Dearborn's Democratic Mayor Abdullah Hammond. Let's see, what I'm hearing now is people feeling completely betrayed by Joe Biden, said Amir Zair, president of Dearborn-based New Generation for Palestine. People are feeling Democrat Party is unequivocally, with a few exceptions, supporting Israel and not humanitizing Palestinians. A 2020 exit poll sponsored by the Council of American Islamic Relations, CAIR, found that Muslims turned out at the remarkable 84% clip, with 69 voting for Biden against just 17 for Trump. According to the official tally, Biden won the state by 154,000 votes, while the NBC News reports spotlights Michigan. There are also major Muslim American concentrations in the swing states of Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. R.I.P. Pennsylvania. Oxfam, the United Nations agency, had warned that the collapse of water and sanitation services will spark bouts of cholera and other deadly infection diseases if urgent humanitarian aid is not delivered to Gaza. From Al Jazeera. President Biden won with historic numbers in 2020, and I was proud to represent that, but the last 2 weeks have really shifted things, said Ahmad Ramadan, former Biden advisor and current Michigan Democratic Party organizer. I've also been getting calls from people saying I have blood on my hands because I got people out to support him during that campaign. Efforts that are already underway at advocating Michigan Muslim vote for Democrats, except for the top of the ticket, which would be left blank. That's the plan now. Farhat tells NBC News. I think there's going to be a lot of people that remember when you won Michigan years ago by razor-thin margin, when you won Georgia with razor-thin margin, and when you won Arizona with razor-thin margin. Do not be surprised if there are consequences to your actions. Some angered Michigan Muslims are telling party leaders they'll vote Republican, not because the GOP demonstrates any empathy for the Palestinian cause, but instead because Republican politicians are at least honest about their overwhelming pro Israel bias, whereas Biden and other Democrats are now perceived as having lied to Muslims. It's worth noting that Trump's share of the Muslim vote grew between 2016 and 2020 due in part to demographic social conservatism. I will never vote Biden again if he stands on his head, said Osama Silbani, who publishes Dearborn's Arab American News. We will not meet with anyone who represents the Biden or Kamala Harris campaign because they lied to us. They lied to us, and when they come in 2020, they said, you will have a seat at the table. Oh, yeah, sure, Pipkin. You can do Colin. Testing Pipkin. Come in, Pipkin. Please set this up before you start driving. Make sure I got desktop turned on this time, so I don't have a repeat last time. Desktop audio's on. Group talk on. Come in, Pipkin. Finishes off. Let's see. Yeah, there's more hemming and hawing. Yeah, don't really care. George Floyd was lied, says Tucker Carlson. And nothing we haven't heard before. And another Obama guy grifting. It's also tiring. It's kind of fun. Unfit to fight, 68% of U.S. service members obese or overweight. Oh, I see you, Pipkin. I see your avatar talking, but I don't hear you. Mute soundboard, disable video. You worked before, Pipkin. Why aren't you working for me now? Oh, great tech support. Why? Okay, so desktop audio and OBS is on. Do I have Discord muted? I don't think so. Pipkin, can you check yourself to see if you yourself are muted on your end? Because when I mouse over you, I see you as muted, but it's not like the one I can interact with. So that's on your end. I'm just being amused by your avatar talking but not hearing you. I think I had noise there for a second. It's not me. Yeah, I'm getting a bit of static noise when I see your indicator come on, but I'm still not hearing you. Yeah, restarting this. Yeah, maybe restart Discord or whatever. Actually, I might restart Discord. Actually, I'm going to restart Discord too, see if that's not what's doing it. Testing, testing. Yeah. Well, if you're on the road, don't worry about it. We tried. I'm just waiting for the service to recognize my thing again. No, I'm sure you guys hear me. Yeah, I'm sure you hear me fine, but I wasn't able to hear Pipkun. Okay, so in the waiting room. You were just there a second ago. Yeah, I kind of figured you weren't able to hear him either, because I wasn't able to hear him in Discord. That's fine, Pipkun. Don't worry about it. Just get yourself home. Yeah. Don't worry about it. We tried. That's fine. Just have a safe trip home, there, dude. Let's see. Unfit to fight. 68% of American service members are obese or overweight. Yeah, see, the mobile app is kind of crap anyway compared to the desktop. Yeah, it is. You can say that. Like, for example, I see my audio levels are going, but my avatar is frozen. Let's see. What if I disconnect from the channel and reconnect to the channel? Yeah, for reconnecting. Yeah, so reconnecting to the channel just fix that for me. So I noticed that happened before too. Let's see. So where was I? Okay, so there's a growing internal threat to U.S. national security. 68%, just one short, of American service members are either obese or overweight. Rapid and sustained reoccurrence of obesity across all service ranks and positions now pose a dire threat, especially for at-risk populations and those in critical combat roles. Right? American Security Project, a DC think tank with a 25-page report on the problem. Perhaps the most alarming is the slope of the trend line. The proportion of obese members in the ranks have more than doubled in the last decade, from 10.4% in 2012 to 21.6% in 2022. The military trend has paralleled the similarly disturbing pattern observed across American society. Yeah, they're tracking about the same. The military seems to be deliberately hiding its blossoming blubber. Someone had fun writing this one. The ASP criticized Pentagon bureaucrats for removing body mass statistics from military recruitment and disability reports used by the Department of Defense stakeholders and Congress, resulting in incomplete and misleading conclusions about the challenge facing the armed services. The problem spans the full life cycle of military service, shrinking the available recruiting pool and then sapping the fighting fitness of service members. The problem is most severe in the Navy and least severe in the Marines. Let's see, Marines, not so much. Army, Air Force, and fucking Navy are fat fucks. Yeah, Navy. Navy's eating good. It looks like their PT is shit. Question is, are they using that hilariously outdated BMI chart, and are they considered obese due to just getting jacked? Yeah. I've never been a big fan of the BMI scales and the calculators and stuff. Like, there's so many different calculators, and some of them are a little better than others for factoring and such things as being swole AF. That's the pilot. Amazingly, pilots are the skinniest of the bunch. Infantry are a little chunkier. Transport, makes sense. Intelligence, and engineers are fat fucks. So I can envision a fat Navy engineer, which is kind of funny because the military YouTuber I watch, Habitual Line Crosser, he just did. His younger sister was visiting, and she's a Navy engineer, and she was a little chunky. I'd do her if she wasn't. If she swang our way. Sad. Many such cases. Yes, the ASP urged the military to view obesity as a medical problem rather than trying to whip fat service members into shape, framing obesity as an issue of insufficient willpower or discipline. Prevents soldiers from seeking and receiving treatment that makes commanders, healthcare workers less inclined to intervene and worsens health outcomes across the service, writes the report's author Courtney Manning. Manning? Wonder if there's any relations there. Social stigma is obstacle, claims Manning, as military leaders too often assume that overweight people are unmotivated, incompetent, or weak-willed, causing individuals and service to conceal, obscure, and downplay military obesity. Obesity weighs on the recruiters, but it isn't their only challenge, as every branch except Marines is falling short of its goal. Less than a quarter of Americans between the ages of 17 and 24 qualify both academically and physically for military service, notes the New York Post. Of the remaining shrinking pool of candidates, fewer are interested in signing up. A 2023 Army study found the top reasons young people reject the idea are fear of death, a very rational one, fear of falling victim to post-traumatic stress disorder, and beyond that, we're guessing the drive to land new enlistees isn't helped by the pointless wars, COVID vaccine mandates, and using drag queens as recruiters, as we glossed over earlier. Putin must tremble in fear when he beholds the U.S. Navy's new digital ambassador, whose role to get more recruits, presenting the fabulous Harpy Daniels, aka Joshua Kelly, aka that troon we saw earlier. Oh, what a time, what a time. Murray is live in 86 minutes. I don't know. I got nothing else really going on. Turn you off before I forget. Boop. The U.S. military should just make a VTuber for recruitment. Yeah, I got that horse. I forgot her name. Got that horse girl on board. She's already got her model and rig set up. I don't know if she's in psyops or not. Isn't she a grunt? I forget where she's stationed. This is gonna bug me now. Army horse girl VTuber. Tomo Umari. Yeah, that's her. Yep, it's Tomo. Yeah, I haven't followed her or watched any of her streams. I've only seen her come up occasionally in the general thread. The general thread that I'm not really paying attention to anymore. Sorry, getting in case of the yawns now. Yeah, we all know she's a barracks hoe. Honestly, here's my hot take. I've never been of the opinion of integrated forces. women birth the soldiers, and the soldiers go off to die. That's the way it's always been, and that's the case for a reason. I remember her being accused of being a psyop for recruitment. No, I can totally see and understand that. I just bounce back to my Twitter news feed. I can turn that back on. Leaders of U.S., UK, France, and Germany, Italy, and Canada. Hey, we're finally doing something. Released a joint statement backing Israel's right to defend itself. In other news, they're doing a whole lot of nothing. Oh, what's going on at Target? I don't want to turn on the volume in case I get blasted by slurs. Come on, throw down. 15 more seconds. Throw hands. Come on. Are you waving a can of mace?
I'm not leaving out of shit. I'm not leaving out of shit. I'm not leaving out of shit.
Yeah. Nog's gonna nog. Do 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 do. 21 minutes ago, IDF said they struck Hezbollah military infrastructure in Lebanon. Oh, January 6th, Black Lives Matter. Crap, who cares? Yeah, I kind of figure he would drop the slur. My finger accidentally slipped over the volume control. Yeah, I saw that one earlier. I don't know. I think I'm out of steam now. I'm gonna probably go grab a snack and catch up on some other feeds. Waiting for Murray to start in just under an hour and a half. I am really curious to see what he's drug up and whoever the Jimmy fellow he's going to be talking with. I imagine it's going to go swimmingly for everyone involved, including the rest of us. So join me in a little over an hour at Murray's channel, which everyone already has this year, but I'm going to do the proper thing and copy, paste it into chat. Murray in an hour and a half. So thanks for coming out, guys, and see you in a bit.